Let me love on you, babe. Bottle up your thoughts, let's lay down and talk. You got an attitude.
Hello and welcome back to my channel. And if this is your first time, if you didn't know and you just clicked on it because the picture was so cute, then I am Bella. Everybody calls me Bella Diamonds, but this is Bella Diamonds Makeup. Here we have a lot of fun, okay? And we also buckle down on this makeup stuff, okay? So if you ain't ready to buckle down, then you might want to go to somebody who ain't buckled down, but we buckling down so I can teach you guys what I know. If you've already been here and you're just, want to know what's next, then keep on watching. So if you haven't already read in the title, yes, this is a going to see my boyfriend makeup look for my video / how to do eyeshadow for beginners. So yes, we focus on, guys don't really like their girls to have a whole lot of makeup on. And some girls want to know, just because you go on a date or something like that, of what to, how to do your face. Me, I'm extra, so if you're not extra, then you probably wouldn't like what I'm doing now. But this is as simple as I can go with this one. But you don't have to do the same lip color. I just chose blue because my favorite color blue, and everybody know I love blue. You can do more so like a nudish color, but with my eyes, I gave like a really simple look today. Simple enough for beginners to know and learn, and simple enough for these females who need a look to do for a date. If you guys want to know how I got this special fantastic look, by the way, I did not record my face. You guys already know what I do with my face. If you want to see a foundation routine, then I can do so on that too, but I basically focused on the eyes for this. And yes, this is a pretty short tutorial, but I am also, I don't know why I didn't mention this in the beginning, I'm also doing a collab with, once again, one of my great friends, Ashley Dion. And this is our collab together. So I also will be linking her video down below in the description box, so you guys can go check that out, and her social media, so you guys can go follow her. She's an awesome makeup artist. I think you guys will love her. But yes, if you want to see how I got this look, then go ahead. Then finish watching the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you thought on this look. And yeah, so bye. My base, that's super easy. With the base, you want to make sure it's depending on what look you're trying to do. If you want the look to be very vibrant, very pigmented, then you would go with a bright concealer, meaning probably like the brightest concealer you can find. Or if you don't want to use a concealer, you can use the NYX all white base. That's what I've been using. It's pretty tricky, pretty weird, but I use an eyeshadow primer, like a sticky primer in the beginning, first, and then I'll use the base just to make the base set. And I gotta make sure I blend it out very well so it won't crease on me, because it's pretty creamy, so you gotta make sure it's blended very evenly. And then after that, I'll set it normally with like some setting powder, but as I showed you beforehand, I did it with an all white eyeshadow. You can do that if you want to even make it even more vibrant. One way. If you don't want to do a vibrant look, then you would go for maybe like 2 shades lighter than your skin tone concealer. Maybe the same concealer that you use for your eyebrows, you'll use on your lid. That way your colors, you know, may blend evenly more, but it won't be as vibrant. It will be more subtle, more natural tone, you know. That's 2 ways you can do it. But if you want to do my way, hey, your stuff maybe might come out like me. I'm not sure. But yeah, so now I've used the Juvia's the Deuce by Juvia's palette that I showed you guys in the beginning as I was doing my eyes. And the color shade that I use is a nude, but in the palette it is called Berry Mouse. Okay, I don't care. It's berry something, even though it don't look berry anything. We're gonna call it nude. But I use nude first because I'm doing more so like I said in the title. It's a look for your guys. So guys don't really like a whole lot of makeup. A lot of guys don't like a whole lot of makeup. So you want to go more so in the natural settled eye. Regardless, I still like my colors to pop. It's going to be a settled eye, but it's not going to be one of them boring type settled eyes. So I love for my colors to pop all the time. So I'm going in with the nude color. So moving on to the shading part. When you first apply your shadow, you want to apply your shadow in, I do mine, people do it different ways. For me, I do mine starting from the outer corner of my eye going into my tear duct area. And it all depends on what look you're doing. But since this is an eyeshadow look for the beginners too, you want to start from the outer corner of your eye and go inwards, which is very easy. And I go in circular motions. It helps better. Circular motions to me helps better with blending wise. So I'm just gonna take it a little bit more just to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. But basically, just going in like this. Lifting up your brows really helps blending out your colors too. But always, you want that first shade of colors to be very, very pigmented, because the first shade is what set everything together. Like, that's what gives it that boom. Like, so you want that very first shade to be the most pigmented out of everything. Everything should be pigmented, but you want that top one to be the most. So I'm going to show you what I do on this eye, which is the same thing. Circular motions. Like I said, it all depends on what you're doing to your eye. Some people do windshield wiper motions, which I honestly think doesn't give it that pigmentation, in my opinion. But we're all different. In my opinion, I just think the circular motions works better for me. But you know, you can try whichever way you think fits you. So next, I'm gonna go ahead and move on. We're gonna go back to the Deuce palette, but for now we're moving on to the Dare to Create palette. And we're gonna use this light, kind of like booger green shade right here. We're gonna use the same blending brush. You always want to get a blending brush that's gonna give you that pizzazz when you first put that first shade on. If it can't do that for you and give you that boom, it's the wrong brush. So you always want to get one flared out like this. I got this from Amazon actually, so it has no name, but I fell in love with it ever since. So now that I'm using the second color, you want to bring the brush kind of sort of like right up under this section right here, which is right over top of your crease, kind of sort of in your crease. And you want to make sure it doesn't cover the first shadow that you put on your eye. So you just want to do the exact same thing. Circular motions. Just like that. Until it gets to your desired look, your desired pigmentation. You can even go backwards, you know, if it's not giving you what you need. Remember to always raise your brow, because that helps a lot with the space, especially if you have little lids like me. Okay, so right now this is how it looks with the green and the nude. No, yeah, the green won't look all harsh like this. This is when the blending technique really comes in. So now you go back into your Deuce palette, which is the Juvia's one, and you go back to that shade, that berry shade, which is the first color that you used, or whatever color that you use. And now this is a blending brush. You know, there's a blending brush, but this is also an eyeshadow brush. I'll just call it an eyeshadow brush, but this is your blending brush. This is what you use to blend everything together. So I got this from actually the Dollar Tree. I actually wanted to try it out because look, Dollar Tree actually had brushes. So I tried it out and I fell in love with it. I use this, and it's another one that looks just like this, but I use that one for contouring. It's the white brush in my videos that you guys see me use for my nose. But yeah, so you're gonna take that berry shade. You don't really have to put that much on the brush. And then the corners, which are, well, not the corners, but the top of the shadow, which are the parts right here, you're gonna blend it out and just go around the edges. And you just blend it out until everything is together and the edges are not harsh. And don't worry about the color looking like it's fading away as if the top shade is taking over, because you're gonna go over it again just so it can bring back that pigment, that green. Okay, so you see how everything is blended, how the harsh line is gone, it's not even there anymore. That's how you want it to look. You want it to look like this. So now I'm gonna do my next eye. You guys can just watch me. Okay, so now that we have done the blending portion of the eyes, I think I like this. But now that we have done the blending portion of the eyes, we're gonna now move on to the next shade, which is not gonna be like a darker shade. It's more gonna be, I don't want it to be too dark, but I want it to be like nudish, kind of like inviting at the same time. So we're gonna dip back into our Deuce by Juvia's palette, and we're gonna go ahead and dip into the shade called Crepes, which is this like kind of rosy type color. It's not that, you know, it's not that rose, but it's giving me a rosy vibe. We're gonna take another eyeshadow brush. This is more so of a smaller one. I use this for basically going in my crease area without using a real small brush. But yeah, so I do use a small creasy brush too. You can get this at the beauty supply store. Almost all beauty supply stores have this, and it comes with some more, but they're all separate. I don't know the name because the name is now gone, but yeah. So you're gonna raise your brow again, and now you're just gonna go in the crease, kind of sort of below it, but in that area. Just enough on the kind of sort of on the lid so you could have enough space to still see that green shade
and the rosy color. So now you want to go back into your Dare to Create palette, and by the way, this palette is a Morphe palette. It's a 39A. Just in case you guys are wondering, just in case I didn't say it in the beginning. You want to dip back into that palette using the same blending brush. You want to go back into the green, not a lot because this green is not like the nude, so you don't want to be too harsh. And you want to use the outer corners of the rosy color. Like I said, do not worry about the other color under it shading away because you're going to go ahead and go into it again. Just not so harshly like you did before. Just dabbing it just to bring the color back. And then you can just go over without putting product on it and go over it again. over the green again. So you see how everything is kind of like leveled with colors? With the colors, you know, everything is kind of like blended now. So now I'm going to go do the second eye. You guys can just watch me do the eye.
Everything is blended evenly now. I don't know why, but this eye makes me think of like some type of food. There we go. So you just do it to your desire. Whenever you think that your blending is finished on your eye, then that's how you do it. But I feel like everything is completely blended with me. So now it's time to move on to the next thing. Do the cut crease portion of it, because you know I can't just do an eye without a cut crease. It just never works. Because I'm using a shimmery color. So shimmery colors, if you don't know, aren't glitters. People always mistake them for glitters. They're not glitters, they're shimmers. So there's a difference. You need to have water, because you need to put water on your brush, because the water brings out the pigmentation in the shimmery colors and makes it more vibrant. Rather you just put it on and it's like, oh, you got a little bit of shimmer in there, versus you putting the water on the brush and then putting it on, it's like, dang, your shimmer popping, slim. So yeah, so now I'm about to cut the crease. Normally it would be with the base, the NYX base, but since I don't want it to be that vibrant and it's really not a shadow cut, like a shadow, it's a sheer, it's a shimmery color, I feel like that's just two combinations I don't want to use it with. So I'm going to go ahead and use the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Fawn, which is what I did my brows with. And it's just a settled tone. So today I'm going to stick to that cut crease side. That big cut crease. So with the cut crease, you want to make sure you have a round brush. Sort of like this one. I don't know if you can see it like that, but like round like this. I already put the product on there, but you want to have a round type shape because it's better for your cut creases. Honestly, it just helps it come out way better. You don't got to do too much cleaning up. So with this, since I'm doing a big cut crease, I'm going to start from the inner corner of my eye and bring it up. You want to do light strokes. Because going too fast might mess up the eye. And then you bring it over. So you do not want to pull your crease all the way to the end, especially if it's just like a half cut crease. You don't want to pull all the way to the end, but you want to make sure that top half is further than the rest of it. Like this, it's just stuff over here that is further, because it's better with blending wise when you do add on the shades to the end of the cut crease. So I'm just grabbing a random bottle of water. No, I have not drunk out of it, because if you can see, if you can't, it looks dirty because I've already used it. I've already put a brush in it. So literally, or you can just grab a spray bottle, whichever you want, but my spray bottle is broken. So you gotta do what you gotta do. And you just basically wet it. You don't want to soak it, you don't want to damp it, but you want to make sure it's wet enough. And then we're going back into the Deuce palette, and we're going to go into this shade. It's called Maroons. And we're going to put that on the cut crease. With the shimmer colors, since it's wet, Just tapping it won't do. You'll have to pull and tap. I mean tap and pull. Because tapping and pulling, you're getting everything off the brush. Now that I have completed my cut crease, it's time to do the blending of the ends, because the ends will not be this harsh. It will never look like boom at the end. That's so next, I've done my eye, both eyes already. So next is liner. We're not gonna do a real extra liner like the color liner. I was thinking that, but then I was like, that's too much. Boyfriends don't want to see all of that. They want something subtle, you know, something like more, not maybe shot. Maybe they just want something subtle. They don't want something too much. If this is too much, then I'm just too much. Period. You feel me? But this is more so for you guys too, for the beginners that are just starting eyeshadows. It's better to work with shimmers before you start working with, you know, glitters and stuff like that. So this is why I really wanted to do a shimmer look with you guys, and more so of natural tone colors. So I'm just gonna use a regular black liner, and then on top of my liner I'm gonna put a glitter, which is a silver glitter. You know, I feel like that's just gonna be something simple, you know, nothing too hard for you guys. So I'm going in with my e.l.f. liner. It's a liquid liner. You guys can use whichever liner you choose, but I'm gonna use a liquid one.
Just let me love on you, baby. Yeah. I just wanna love on you, love on you. I just wanna love on you. I just wanna love on you, love on you. I just wanna love on you. Love on you, baby. Yeah. Just let me love on you, baby. Oh.